Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we put out daily content on all things gaming, so if you're down with that, then I got 2 words for you. Hit subscribe. Plus, leave us a comment down below if you've ever caught someone cheating in a video game and what you did to remedy the situation. While you ponder that, let's jump into today's list of the top 10 video games that troll cheaters. In at number 10, The Witcher 3. The third installment in the Witcher series instantly became a smash hit with its exhilarating fantasy role-playing experience and opportunities to put their combat system to good use. Throughout the game, avid fans have exposed a number of glitches though that allow you to get money the easiest way possible. For example, you can take advantage of the infinitely respawning cows by taking them all out at once, thus reaping the rewards of all of their hides. However, if at any point in time you have more than 35,000 crown, the tax man cometh. Even in video games, you can't get away from not paying your taxes. The taxman will interrogate you with questions attempting to determine whether or not you cheated to gain your wealth. If he finds a hole in your story, you'll be forced to pay back taxes on all of it. Coming in at number 9, Star Wars Dark Forces. This phenomenon known as God Mode is something that every gamer longs for at some point or another, especially in a game that requires some skills to stay alive. The idea of having unlimited health, max ammo, and God knows what else is very intriguing, but most video games really hate this. For the 1995 LucasArts game Star Wars Dark Forces, they were totally fine with you wanting to enter into this God Mode status, making it that much easier to tear through a team of stormtroopers without even breaking a sweat. However, that gift does not come without a significant amount of trolling. In order to activate this sweet cheat, you'll have to first enter the letters LA, which stands for LucasArts, and then follow that up with the words, are you ready? I am lame. It's as if you're sending them a personal email letting them know that you're a lame cheater. In at number 8, Superman Returns. In case you've forgotten, don't worry, most people have by this point, there was a video game based on the also forgotten Super movie created by Bryan Singer. Although it's not the most relevant game, they still took a hard stance on people who wanted to cheat their way through. At the time, the idea of getting in-game achievements was all the rage, so to troll cheaters, the Superman game leveraged this. If at any point you entered a cheat code such as God Mode or perhaps unlocking everything, the game would recognize this immediately and respond. Upon entering the code, you would get an achievement called Not That Super. What this would do is congratulate you on being the winner of 0 points. Plus, it would permanently lock you out of getting any achievement ever again. In the game, that is. Coming in at number 7, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a social simulation video game series developed and published by Nintendo where your character is a human living in a village filled with anthropomorphic animals. The game uses these time-based checkpoints throughout for its farming and life simulation. Gamers discovered that if you reset the game before it saves, you'll still get your rewards, but the quest will start over, allowing you to do this as many times as possible to gain infinite items. It didn't take Nintendo too long to catch on to this though, and as a result, implement the angry roll Mr. Rossetti. The mole will appear and shout at you for trying to cheat the system, and tapping A will not speed this up. You'll have to sit back and be lectured by a mole on why cheating is bad. Plus, he undermines your intelligence by constantly asking you questions to make sure that you're actually paying attention to what he says. Now say it with me, I'm sorry Mr. Rossetti. There you go. In at number 6, SimCity. The 1989 SimCity game was a huge accomplishment for its time that didn't just let you build incredible cities, but destroy them if you saw fit. So clearly the game wasn't exactly sitting on a high horse demanding that you just keep building cities as the name would suggest. That being said, they also didn't really care if you wanted to cheat because boy oh boy did they have a troll ready before trolling was ever even a thing. If you paused the game, held the shift key and typed in the word fund, you would be handsomely rewarded with a large sum of cashola. Although all of these rewards definitely come with some sort of ultimate sacrifice. If you were greedy enough to do this more than 8 times, the game would destroy your city with a massive earthquake. Hopefully put some of that money into a savings fund because you'll now have to start from scratch. In at number 5, Undertale. Undertale is an RPG created by an American indie developer, Toby Fox, where you control a child who has fallen into the underground, this kind of large area under the earth. There are plenty of endings for the game, but one that's near impossible to achieve is the Dirty Hacker ending. This requires some pretty intense cheating and tomfoolery to be had first before the game will present you with this alternate ending. If you successfully alter the game's files to hack it, the Skullboy will pop up first saying he doesn't know what you did to reach this ending, but either way, you must be a dirty hacker. Coming in at number 4, Heretic. Back in 1993, the company id Software put out the cult classic game Doom. To achieve unlimited ammo and armor in the game, all you had to do was enter the cheat code IDKFA. When the company released their newest shooter game called Heretic, many fans of the Doom series attempted to use the same cheat code for this game. Heretic did allow you to enter the cheat code, but the end results were not as kind as Doom. A text pop-up window would appear that said, "Cheater, you don't deserve weapons." Then you'd be given this bunk staff that did almost no damage at all. In at number 3, Banjo-Kazooie. The last thing you want to do is double cross a witch, and for Banjo-Kazooie it was Gruntilda Winky Bunyan that you wouldn't dare try to cheat. In the game there was this sandcastle in this beach themed world that allowed you to enter cheat codes. All you had to do was stomp on specific letters, and hitting the correct sequence would let you get past the witch's lair much faster. The game was chill with 1 cheat code, 2 cheat codes, but 3 was their breaking point. Once the 3rd cheat code was entered, Gruntilda would appear and straight up threaten to erase your save files. If you didn't heed the troll's warning, all of your progress would be immediately deleted. Coming in at number 2, Donkey Kong 64. Back in the days of early Nintendo games, Rare didn't care for allowing any cheating in their games. For many, the workaround was getting what was called a Game Shark. This cheating device sort of hacked the game and allowed you to alter it. However, Donkey Kong 64 had a trigger in its coding that would sound the alarms if it recognized you were using a Game Shark to cheat. These cheaters would be faced with one of the worst trolls ever. Any control that you had in the game would be taken away, and one single hit would be game over for Donkey Kong. Plus, the worst part is that it permanently corrupted your game. Anytime you wanted to play Donkey Kong, the same thing would happen again and again and again. Last but not least, in our number 1 spot, Zelda Link's Awakening. Talk about a rude awakening indeed. The developers of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening have no time for any cheaters in their games. In the Game Boy video game, if you attempt to steal from the town tool shop in Mabe Village, the game will immediately brand the hero of time as a thief. That's right, all of your previous victories go down the drain with this new humiliating title. The funny thing is, everyone in the game calls you this, even the NPCs. How dare they? Plus, if you try to revisit the scene of the crime where you stole the expensive goods, the shopkeeper will greet you with a nice laser beam to the face. And that has been the top 10 video games that troll cheaters. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, show some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on this list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is click that playlist on the screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.